Boxing Club, J. Leon Love. J. Leon, we talked to you a million times about upcoming fights, where you go in the future, but we never really talked to you too much about your past. So, first of all, just talk about how you first got involved with boxing, where your love from the sport came.
Well, I started off young, like 10, 11. I was always fighting, you know what I mean? So where I first saw boxing, I actually saw HBO thing come on TV. It was Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns. It was like the greatest 2 or 3 rounds. It was like the greatest 2 or 3 rounds in boxing history, you know what I mean? And so I was like into it after that, you know what I mean? I wanted to box, but my mom was like a no-nonsense type of mom. She didn't play that. So I asked her, it was like, no, don't ask me no more. Go outside and play, you know what I mean? So I never mentioned it again, but I was fighting so much. I had an uncle and my stepdad that took me down to a Crunk boxing gym. And that's where I started, and I fell in love with it and never quit.
You said you always got in fights, when you grew up. So is that something that getting in the gym kept you from fighting in the streets, or just do both?
I was doing both. Not only that, I started fighting more than I was boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just petty stuff, man. Kids. I was a kid. Fighting. I wanted to be tough. It was like yo mama type jokes that make me mad and I fight. You know what I mean? It was just the pettiest things. I was just fighting to fight. You really didn't have real reasons to fight, but that's just being a kid growing up. I grew up in Inkster, Michigan, right outside of Detroit. And so it's rough where I am.
You mentioned that the Hagler and Hearns fight. Was one of those your favorite fighters, or who did you like at first?
You would think Tommy Hearns would be my favorite fighter, but he wasn't. He was a great fighter. He was definitely one of my favorites, but not the favorite during then. I liked Marvin Hagler better. I saw Marvin Hagler would fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. At the press conference, it really didn't matter where. He was just ready to fight, and I just liked that about him. And he was exciting.
And then as you were coming up, as you got a little older, you got more involved in the sport. Anyone else had the more recent past that you've looked up to?
I like a few fighters I liked that I really liked was Parnell Whitaker, slick man. Mildred Taylor was another slick fighter I liked. It sucked that his career ended the way it did, but Mildred Taylor was a beast. Let me see. There's so many good. Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe was a beast out of the heavyweights.
No, I ain't making out at all.
Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe and Holyfield, 1 and 2, all of, you know what I mean? It was so many great fights, man, and all those guys are my favorite fighters, you know what I mean?
So then, you went to the gym, started training. When was it that you realized that, maybe this is a possible career for you?
You know what? Didn't look at it as a career, you know what I mean? I was just a kid boxing. I didn't know nothing about Olympics, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't really care for it. I was just I loved to go down to the gym. It was hot. It was like 110 degrees down there. You had like Tommy Hearns that would come down. You had so many, Hilmer McKenty come down and talk to us. And, these was guys that was champions, former world champions, and paved the way for us. So, those are the guys, that's what I just love the sport. Seeing people get knocked out in the gym, seeing people get brutally beat down in the gym. It was just the love of boxing. I fell in love with it.
So how did you do in the street fights, and then was it a little different when you got in the gym and people actually knew how to fight? Were you getting your ass kicked there a little bit, or?
No, yeah, I definitely, the style, street fighting and the boxing style was totally 2 different things. First off, I went down to the gym, and when I was just straight up full-fledged in it. Once I got in, signed up, got my hand wraps, mouthpiece, my little equipment and stuff, I was full-fledged in it. So I was getting murdered. I was tired. First 10 seconds, I threw 50 punches. I threw like just a barrage of punches, and it was done. That was it. And somebody just teed off on me after that, So, I definitely got the bad end of the stick growing up a lot.
So at some point you had to realize, you say, okay, wait, I'm getting good at this. I can make a career out of it. Maybe I can be a champion someday.
I started going to, making the national team, doing good in the nationals, and winning nationals and stuff like that. So that's when it really occurred to me, like, man, you know what I'm saying? And I started taking it a lot more serious. I started running on my own. Nobody really had to tell me things. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. As time moved on, and as the older I got, the more my heart grew for the sport.
How hard is it to be in boxing? You know, a sport where you have a team, but it's essentially on you to put the work in there. How hard is it to be motivated when it's just yourself? You don't have other people pushing you. You know, at least like you said, doing running and that kind of things outside of the gym.
You know what? You know, I actually did have somebody to push me. I had my mom. My mom was like, "Listen, if I'm spending money on headgears and gloves, you're gonna do this the right way." You know what I mean? So I could not do anything but box. You know what I mean? I would go to school, and besides go to school, it was time to run. She would get in the car, follow behind me, you know, and that was it. So I definitely had somebody to push me, and that was my mother.
So you're fighting up there in Michigan. What led to, you know, you'd been successful in amateur, but what led to the move here?
You know what? Detroit is, you know, sorry to say, on the downfall. You know what I mean? And you know, being that I had a good amateur career, I thought that, you know, it'd be easier to turn pro and get some people behind me and things like that. And it wasn't. It wasn't the situation. You know, things were slow. You know, some promoters would sign these type of guys, and I wasn't really getting any shine. And I knew, okay, me sitting here ain't gonna get help. I gotta go where, you know, boxing. Everybody loves to box. And that's Las Vegas.
And then now, did you at what point did you worship Jeff Mayweather, and how did that come about?
You know what? I've been knowing about. I've been knowing about Jeff. You know, all three Mayweather brothers. You know what I mean? That box like that.
Yeah.
I've been knowing about, being that I am from Michigan. I mean, they're right around the corner in Grand Rapids. So, being that, you know.
Yeah, you mentioned all those fighters. You didn't mention a single Mayweather up there as far as.
I said there was so many. There's so many others. There was so many. You gotta think, man. Hey, come on! It was the three brothers that had the afros running up Michigan Ave. Y'all know, I know all about it, man.
All right, then just like.
So you know, I came out here with a dream like everybody else. You know, something to do, come out here with a dream. I just stuck to it.
How'd you get hooked up in this gym specifically?
Just came through sparring. They called me for sparring. Boza Edwards called me. I was actually training at the Hit Factory. I didn't even know what Floyd Mayweather's gym was. And after that, you know, the rest is history. I came in to spar, gave Floyd some good work. He liked what he saw, and he signed me after that.
And just all right, we got this. Who busted you up below the eye there? I always have that scar going.
I knew you was gonna say something like that. That's a shame, right? It was a headbutt between me and Ernie Gonzalez. We was in here sparring, and we just happened to. He threw a left hand, I threw a right hand, and boom.
When was that?
It's like 2 years ago. I first got here.
All right, you're getting hand wrapped here. Last question. When you come time, you have your big title fight. Who's gonna wrap your hands there? Who's the best in the business? We know you're settling now, but
no, you know, Raphael definitely got to hook me up. You gotta have to say, I just no, you know, Bob Ware, man. That's my man that's been behind the scene doing a lot, strength and conditioning, a whole lot, man. And you know, he's a big part of this, you know, our camp. You know, a big part of our camps, man. You know, keeping us. You got a lot of guys that you know, that do it for the money, do it for whatever the fan. He just does it because obviously it's something he loves to do. He's also involved in MMA and things like that. So, you know, it's a love for the sport. We got a love for us, a love for the sport. So,
and I wish I could get him on camera, but I know how much he loves the camera.
You won't get a smile. You won't get a smile.
So for those under for those been sleeping under a rock, where can we catch you next?
You got me May 3rd on the pay-per-view opener, Jay Leon versus Marco Periban. Should be a good one. You know, he's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter coming up. Both young, got a lot on the line. We're gonna do what we do best, and this is how we do it. Two good fighters making it happen.
Right. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.